Hello, this is Ben Ryder from Academy of Gaming, Film and Animation, and what we're looking at now, after looking at planar and planar unfold, is the cylindrical wrap. So with the cylindrical unwrap, this is how we unwrap these ones here, because if we were to just simply use a planar, I mean that's fine, we could even go best plane here and sort of have it there, and then look at our UV editor and be like, okay, cool, so there's that one there, and then we'll move to this next one and we'll do the same, go best plane. We'll then go UV, planar, cool, so we've got those two there, and then we can sew those together, and then that's those two there, UV unwrapped, great. But this takes a long time, and this is way too much effort for something that should be quite simple. So, what Maya has in there is something better. We can just go into here and go UV and go cylindrical. And what that does, if you have a look at this sort of like weird sort of sign here, is it's created this kind of cylinder around the shape and done exactly what I was doing there, but done it automatically for us. So it's a really simple tool that can basically do all that. Now there is one thing though, is that by default it normally goes up on the y-axis. So I'm just going to undo all that, and then I'm just going to rotate this one so it's at a 90 degree, and then talk about, okay, how do we get it so it wraps around properly. So we go UV here and go cylindrical, and now we can see it's giving us this weird shape because it's trying to UV unwrap it by going around it vertically when this pipe is now horizontal. So there's two ways we can fix this. I'm just going to move this to the side here so we can see it. So whenever we create that, we'll see here poly cylindrical preview project 7, because I've done this a few times already, but here we can just rotate it on any of these axes here. So because we've rotated it 90 degrees on the x-axis, we could just type in there 90 and that would fix that. So it's not quite straight yet. We might need to adjust it a bit because I didn't do a hard 90 degree turn, but that's how you get the projection to go to a different angle. If I wanted to eyeball it, I could click here on this little red sort of T intersection, and that brings up this widget, click on the circle, and now I can rotate it just manually. And this can be good if it's slightly off and you don't know exactly how off it is by, so here I can just fine tune it to go into that. And yeah, then that's there. And so now if I bring the grid back, you can see we've got a nice sort of grid here as well. So I'm just going to shrink this down, and then let's say it's like gone all a bit weird and everything and I wanted to straighten that, I can just simply go here to UV, right click, and then hold down shift and right click, straighten UVs, and that'll fix that up there. I also might want to scale it in or down to try and get it closer to having those squares. Squares is what we're after all the time, okay? So anyway, that's how you use the cylinder unwrap, and yeah, we'll catch you on the next tool.